South Park has been a huge part of both my child and adult life. I've been a big fan of the series ever since I first saw it. The first episode I ever saw as a child was on SBS at about 8:30 or 9 o'clock at night. I remember it was the episode where Kenny was a zombie, and it was the first adult cartoon that I had ever watched. I was watching the part where they're dismembering all the zombies and there's blood and guts flying everywhere. At that exact moment, my mother comes down, sits next to me and starts watching it. Now, the look on her face originally was of disgust, and I was thinking I was never going to be able to watch this again. However, the next scene was where Zombie Chef is doing his Thriller rendition with his own take on it. And she just was cracking up laughing. And I got full permission to watch the South Park series. And it was the first adult series that I'd been allowed to watch. So I've been watching it ever since I was a child. And I watch every series multiple times. Now, I'm a huge fan of the Coon and Friends, and that kind of storyline in South Park. And today I'm going to be unboxing one of the characters from that. This is a Mysterion figure. I bought this from EB Games about a couple of days ago, actually. So, a little bit about Mysterion. Mysterion's first appearance in the South Park TV series was in 2009, season 13, episode 2, which was entitled The Coon. However, we didn't get to learn about the character until the following year, in season 14, when they had a series of episodes that were running along the lines of the Coon and Friends. It was then that we were giving an insight into what Mysterion's powers were. Now, as of those of you who have watched the series would know that Mysterion is actually Kenny McCormick, who has had an ability since the start of the South Park Series 1, where he can't die. Well, he can die. He dies numerous times in really funny ways, but he always comes back with, and his friends, no memory of Kenny's death, except for like one time in the series where he actually died, but he came back to life after 1 or 2 seasons anyway. So another interesting thing about the series during that time is actually you're given an insight into why and how Kenny's ability works, and that it is true that his friends have no memory of his death. So I'm a huge fan of Mysterion and the Coon and Friends, and also I'm super excited for South Park, The Fractured But Whole. Interesting play on words. So that's coming out on PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC. Now, those of you who have played The Stick of Truth it's a similar kind of system. It's an RPG kind of game. So, unfortunately, it was due to be out on December 6th, so I should be playing it right now. But like a lot of the games this year, it got pushed back to 2017, first quarter. So between January and the end of March, pretty much. This year, there's been a lot of games delayed. We've had Final Fantasy 15, we've had No Man's Sky, Zelda, Mass Effect Andromeda, Cuphead, a lot of games have been delayed this year, which I'm fine with. I don't mind waiting for a game as if the end product is better for it. So push it back as long as you need in order to make the final product amazing. I'll keep waiting, I'll have my anticipation waiting, and I'll still buy the product. Anyways, let's get to the Mysterion figure. Now, the artwork on the box is fairly interesting. It reminds me of like old school Batman with the coloring. It's kind of like an off purple color. Different sections of the box. On one side, you basically got a scene from South Park with Mysterion and the South Park neighborhood in the background. On the back, you have a picture of the figure and obviously different languages. The height, which is 18.8 centimeters, and the material. So it's made out of vinyl and PC plastic. The bottom, just random stuff. Ubisoft, imported by, with a lot of French. So this is either packaged or made in France. One of the two, but we'll find more about that. And also on this side, they have some of the interesting features of the character. Now, you have obviously the question mark on his head. You have his eyes, his cape flapping. But the weird thing is, they're showing that he's got tidy whities. Why that is a key feature, I will never know. And I actually find that a little bit creepy. Like, yes, he's wearing underwear. He's a child. They're tidy whities. That's just weird. All right, so that's the boxing. Let's open her up. I actually wish I would have bought a knife, but okay, that was easy enough. So it's just like a little top clip. So you can open it up without doing too much damage to the box if you're a collector who likes to keep the boxes. I'm just going to pull it out. It's fairly easy. Really easy to take out. One box down. Kept in 2 pieces of plastic in the shape of the front and the back of the character to keep it nice and snug. And there we go. So there's Mysterion. There's no real movement to it, so you can't really move its position of its head, of the cloak or the hood or anything like that. The little question mark on the head is one of those like springs, so it makes like a funny pinging noise. On the bottom, just the trademark, so 2016 comedy partners, Libby Collectibles. And there's no like made in China thing on it. And maybe this is actually made in France. So the construct, so it's very flexible. So that all this plastic, PVC is flexible plastic. So, which is good because when things are rigid, they have a tendency to break. So this is being able to move like it is actually better, and it makes it more durable. So this should last longer than if this was really, really solid. The detail is really good. There's like lines from where the mask comes over, so you can actually see a depiction of like where his mask starts and where his face starts. Eyes, not cross-eyed. Yeah, just checking that he's not cross-eyed. What else is there? Oh yeah, and of course he's got his nice little tidy whities on. So his appearance is fairly close with colouring to the actual TV show, and they've done a really good job of that. You can see the M for Mysterion just under his cloak, kind of hidden by his neckerchief as well. All up, it's a pretty cool character. 18.6 centimeters, so which is the equivalent of about 8 inches. So fairly good size for him. I'm pretty happy with that. I paid about, the retail for this is about $80. I paid, what did I pay? I paid $78. So I paid a little bit lower than recommended retail for this character. The places you can buy it, I bought this from EB Games, but obviously you can also buy it from Zing. There's some on eBay. You can actually buy it from the Ubisoft online store directly. If you're in America, GameStop, ThinkGeek, Amazon, you guys have way more options than we do here. So pretty happy to have that. It kind of makes the wait for the game a little bit easier. So what about other collectibles related to the fractured butthole? Well, there is obviously the collector's edition being released, which comes with a 6-inch coon figure, which will be probably made of the same materials and made by the same people who made this. So the construct is really good. So I've got really good expectations of the coon that comes with the collector's edition of the fractured butthole. There's also some other figures that you can get, some smaller figures. There's a 3-inch figure trio that you can get. You can buy them separately or you can buy them in a bundle. Those characters are obviously the Coon being one, Professor Chaos, which is Butters, and Mysterion. Same one as this, just a smaller version. Individually, they're priced at about $23, or you can buy them in a bundle for $60. I have not seen this bundle at Zing or EB Games, but you can purchase it from the Ubisoft website. So there we have it. So this is the Mysterion 8-inch figure. Happy with it. Looking forward to the game. If you haven't pre-ordered it, pre-order it already. There's different versions of it. There's a collector's edition, which comes with the Coon statue. There's the gold edition, which comes with all season pass for all the content, which that's about 150. The collector's edition is about 170. You've got the standard edition, which should be about, depending where you buy it, $80 to $100. JB Hi-Fi generally a little bit cheaper than EB Games for those kind of things. And also the deluxe edition, which comes packed with some postcards, a free download access code for the Stick of Truth, which was the South Park RPG that was released on the Xbox 360, and some small other little trinkets. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching again. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, but most importantly, subscribe. I'm trying to build a community. YouTube's all about a community atmosphere. I make videos for myself, but also people who may be interested in those videos, a community. So the bigger community I build, the better my videos are. And if you guys comment and let me know some ideas, I can cater to that. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.